So today we got a question from Misaki. He was a brand new blue belt, and he's a little nervous right now. He says that he is worried about the ass whippings that are going to come. And I sent him a message. I said, why are you worried about that? Why are you scared? And he says, I'm not really scared, but I'm nervous about being on the bottom of the pile again. Because again, he climbed his way up to white belt, then he got to a blue belt, now he's at the bottom of the pile of blue belt, and he's just worried about that and wondering if I have any tips on how to deal with this. He feels like it's weird. He says at the end of his message, it's just, I guess it's weird, I guess. And so, brother, thank you for the question, and it's not weird. Anytime you ascend to anything else, by the way, I know there's going to be some internet trolls that are ready to, flex their fingers going, the belts are stupid and jiu-jitsu rank is stupid, it's, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a belt. It doesn't matter if it's a job promotion. Anytime you walk up the ladder and you have more responsibility, there's more expected of you. Anytime you go up that thing, there's stress that's involved with it. And it's not a bad thing, as I'll get into in a second. Like one of my students recently, he's an MMA fighter. He's been training with us for a long time. He recently got a promotion to work, and he is now going to be a manager. And we were just talking about it. We were excited that he got his promotion, and he was talking about it. He's like, oh man, he's like, I'm a little nervous for tomorrow, right? Because it's like, I'm moving into this new position and people are going to be looking to me to be the guy. And it's a new thing. It's a little nerve wracking in a way, a little stressful. And, I was also talking to one of my black belts recently who he was promoted back in March. And he is a guy who was a nationally ranked high school wrestler. He wrestled in Division I college. When you roll with the guy, everybody kind of expects him to go for takedowns. Well, as a black belt, he has been really working on his bottom game, pulling guard, pulling half guard, and doing a lot of stuff that is unlike his normal game. And we were talking about it this morning. He says that, because especially now he's helping me teach in the mornings. He says, man, there's a lot of pressure on me to be a black belt. And we were talking about this because it's different than the other belts, right? Because from white to brown, you're always trying to be the best game that you can to win because you want to be able to get that black belt, because you want to make sure that you're sharp. You want to make sure your game's sharp so you can get to that black belt. That's a lot of times what people think. As a black belt, though, you're now in this sort of wide expanse of you're a black belt now forever. And at the same time, he's a black belt, so people are going to look to him and say, you know stuff. So with that pressure of people looking up to him to show him, for him to show them things, he says he's become more aware of that, and he's starting to try to expand his game as much as possible, to learn as much. And there's a lot of pressure to do that because when people come into his classes, they're going to ask him questions and he wants to be able to have an answer for them and give them something. And so there's a lot of pressure there, pressure that was not present at those lower belts. And again, I know that you're not a black belt, but the pressure doesn't change. Anytime you move up the ladder, you're going to have more pressure. It doesn't matter what it is. Like I said, whether it's a job promotion or a belt promotion, you're going to have more pressure. Now, it's not a bad thing. I remember one of my mentors, he told me back when I was younger, and he was talking about money and business and all this stuff. He was saying, Chewy, you need to stress yourself out. When you get complacent, when things get easy, when things are comfortable and everything's just kind of going, step it up a little bit. Push yourself to do a little bit more. Do a little bit more because you have to. You got to stress yourself out because it's very easy. Like you were a really good white belt. Things are good. You can kick back. I can beat all the white belts, and if I lose to the blue belts and the higher belts, meh, I'm still a white belt. Now you're a blue belt. Now you're a colored belt. And if you lose to them, it's not as easy. And those young white belts are going to be gunning for you a little bit. So again, there's some different intensity going on, and there's a little bit more stress, a little bit more expectation on you. Your coach is going to look at you with more expectation. And again, that comes with stress, but it's a good stress because it's going to make you better. There's negative stress, of course, in life where we have negative stuff coming our way, like, people that are hateful and, death in the family, all that kind of nasty stuff. But there's good stress where this is what this is. Whether you're lifting weights, whether you're pushing yourself to be better, that's what this is. It's good stress, and it's going to make you better. So my sort of advice to you, or idea to you, rather, is that understand that this is normal. It's not weird. You put weird, I guess, as if you're kind of like feeling like you're being stupid. You're not being stupid. It's incredibly normal. The second thing, though, the most important thing is embrace it. Right? It's like when I go to a competition, to this day, I still get nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm a little nervous today. I'm a little excited. But I don't look at the nervousness as a bad thing. I look at it as me getting ready to try to perform at a higher level. And anytime I get ready to dive into a new project or a new business or something, I get a little stressed out, but I think about it the same way I have at every belt promotion, every job promotion, anything I've ever done. It's just a chance for me to get a little bit better and for me to sort of push the envelope in what I think is possible of myself. And so that's what I would say to you, brother. What you're doing here is you got stress. It's not bad stress. It's good stress. It's going to make you better as you continue to train, and embrace it. So, Masaki, if that is your name, if it's not, send me a message. But thank you so much for the question. And guys, I'll talk to you next time.